right, now that we've talked about the tracking page, let's talk about what these color rules mean. Okay, so like I said, your responsibility is to only update information underneath your name. Remember, changing other information will result in a meeting with the teacher, so only focus on your section when you're on your tracking page. So for example, Jessie should not change Lauren's stuff, and Lauren should not change Jessie's stuff. Now, let's say Jessie and Lauren were working together, and Jessie just was like, hey, Lauren, is it okay if I update this for you? Then it's okay, but do not change someone's information unless they give you permission, okay? Just worry about your own. So you update the section of the grid you are on before beginning it. That's what we talked about in the last video. Remember, like when Lauren's done with 1B, then she'll change it first thing to 1C. To 1C before she actually begins that section, so that way she's communicating properly. But here's the new piece. So we use these different color coding systems to communicate with one another our needs. Okay, the first color is orange, which means that you need a teacher's signature. So sometimes in your packet, there will be something at the bottom that asks you to get a teacher's signature after either completing that page, or maybe you had to check with the answer key, and then you're just double checking, the teacher's checking in on you to make sure you did it correctly. Or maybe you have to go get a quick check from one of our folders and get a teacher signature on that. Those sorts of things, you'll need to change your tracking page to orange. So let me show you how to do that real quick. So what you'll do is you'll change this bottom part. So let's say that Lauren needs to get a teacher signature. She's going to make sure she's in her box. You see how I have it outlined by clicking on that? And then she's going to go up to the paint can. Now, if you don't see that paint can here, sometimes there's these 3 little dots. I don't have it over here because mine's expanded. But sometimes I have those 3 little dots and it might be there. But usually it's right here and it's the paint can. It says fill color. Right now it's on white. But if she needs to get a teacher signature, she's going to change it to orange. Very clear, right? And that's how it will look up on the board. If you change it on your screen, it will look that way up on our smartboard too. So I know that Lauren needs a teacher signature. So a teacher will either go over to Lauren, sign off on what she needs, or she will one of the teachers might call Lauren over and ask for the signature that way. So you either see a teacher come over or they will call you over one way or the other. Okay, but the most important thing is that Lauren can keep working at this point. She doesn't just stop and sit there and look around and twiddle her thumbs, right? She can go and ask someone, she can continue going on with the grid. So for example, if she needs a signature from 1C, let's say there was something at the end here she needs a signature for, she could still start looking into what 1D is saying while she waits, because she's not going to have to wait very long, but maybe the teacher is with someone, so she's having to wait a little bit. Keep going. Don't stop your learning, okay? Only you can stop your learning, not someone else. So you keep on going until you get that teacher's signature, okay? So that's what orange would be. And then once she got her signature, she's going to change it back to white so that there's no confusion on who needs a signature or not. Okay? So then, let's go back to these rules. So then another option might be, because we all have questions come up, right? So yellow will be used if you have a question, but it's one of those questions where you can kind of wait and keep going. It's not keeping you. It says, but it can wait if someone's busy. So if, let's say, one of those questions might be, like maybe Lauren needs to go to the bathroom or get a drink or something like that. First off, she's going to need her passport, but let's say she needs to ask that. She's going to change this to yellow, and she's going to keep working on her grid until we get to that question, okay? Or let's say she maybe had a question about, like, maybe she wasn't quite sure what the wording was or what the directions were on something, but she could kind of try and figure it out or work on something else at the moment. Those kinds of things are yellow questions, so they're not quite as severe. Okay, but red questions, see, red is a question that you cannot move forward with your learning unless you get help. So let's say that Jessie, I'm going to switch to Jessie now. Let's say Jessie, is in 1C and she just has no idea what to do. Like she's confused, or maybe she can't get the video to work, or maybe her laptop is having an issue. She's going to change to red, because that is like, whoa, I need to get to that person. And what's great is this will be up on our screen, on our smartboard, and so everyone can see the red and yellow. So let's say a red happens, okay? When we'll practice this, you'll need to stop and help that person, okay? It's not just about the teacher's helping. It's about you helping your fellow classmates as well. Okay, or for example, maybe a teacher is helping Jessie because it's a red question. It's really, really important. So maybe in the meantime, maybe you look over and you see that Jessie's getting help from the teacher. You go and ask Lauren, hey, what was your question? I noticed that you had a yellow up on the board. Okay, and once those questions get answered, then you can change back to white once you're good to go. Okay, and so that is really important to communicate that so that we can all see where everyone is at. Now, if you ever forget what color is which, these are at the top of every single grid. So it reminds you exactly what your responsibilities are for your tracking page. Okay? Good luck, and make sure you're updating that tracking page to communicate with all the rest of the class.